It's in the game.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Welcome to Madden NFL 27. Before you hit the field, take a moment to check your accessibility settings. Make the experience perfect for you and hit continue when you're all set.
You have 29 options. Menu narration option is set to off selected. Subtitle accessibility option to toggle menu narration. Audio is only available when connected to the servers.
Let's adjust a few options and make this Madden yours. You can come back and change this anytime in the settings menu.
Set now to wrap up a busy week of football. Happy to have you with us. And, folks, we are underway on Monday Night Primetime. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the third overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
And they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and a couple. Again, it's Charbonnet. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first yard.
And you use the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On the give, here's Charbonnet. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the toss to Charbonnet. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Back to throw, Darnold. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. So not only do you not get the first down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot, you just made my job a little tougher because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower because he's got to get more distance. That means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked. I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, a chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. They'll run it here with Brown. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here's May. He's got the hookup with Dobbs. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
This defense tried to heat him up early with the blitz, but he was ready. I don't know if he saw that during the week watching film or what, but he certainly wasn't flustered at all and was able to stay on schedule.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Looking to throw, May. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Complete to
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
First down,
Really?
New England.
Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the 1st. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing here is May. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll throw with May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. To the right side, this is Henderson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
2nd and 9 now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Henderson running straight ahead. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll send Brown in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On now is Andres Borregales to try the field goal. This just a 24-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. A short one caught by Barner.
Darnold's pass.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. They'll run it here with Charbonnet. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on third. Now Darnold. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. This is taken at about the 14. A good kick, 49 yards. Just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. There goes a gain of 4. And that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line.
The tight end Henry here in motion. Off the play fake. Here's May. They'll swing this out to Henderson. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the gun on 3rd down is May. That's complete. Travion Henderson. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawks football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
But good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. A first carry for Jadarian Price. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Henderson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 2nd and 9. May going to give it to Henderson. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 4th down, out comes Andres Borregales for the Patriot field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down the middle. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Darnold. A short one caught by Barner. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba. Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. As Shaheed going to go in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
When a defense blitzes like that, they're trying to cause chaos, but the quarterback, he was as calm as could be. He saw the blitz and got out of his hand quickly to pick up the first.
Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Now it's Darnold. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Darnold now to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Darnold now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Price. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it is, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit again.
This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Darnold. A quick pass to Kupp. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Cooper Kupp, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Jason Myers now for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. To throw, it's May. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. The tight end Henry here in motion. Here's May. Short pass caught by Henry. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To the air, May. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the shotgun, it's May. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Halftime here on Monday Night Primetime. It is off to Orlando we go. Here is Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory.
Jason Myers to
So
kick
here
off
we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. A nice little juke. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Throw left side complete. That's Henderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Running left is Stevenson. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Throwing here is May. And he's got this one to Henderson. It's caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Play action. May. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. May now off the bootleg. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll throw with May. They set up the screen for Henderson. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's May. They'll check this down to Henderson out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. On now is Andres Borregales to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Price. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Harold Landry. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. New England trying to get a place on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Here now, 2nd and 4. A give for Henderson running to the right. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw, May. That is caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
On first down, it's Henderson to the 36-yard line. Stop there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. On the counter, it's Henderson. Oh, twisting away. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And he spots Henderson open left side. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
They have to be a little bit frustrated because this defense is doing almost enough, but not quite enough to get off the field. They force back-to-back 3rd down situations to start the drive, but can't come up with the key play defensively to finish things off.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Seahawks 15-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, a run with Henderson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the shotgun, May with it. Touchdown! Hunter Henry, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Patriots will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Seahawks 7.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Price. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Price. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on Monday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Smith and Jigba in motion right. Faking the give, Darnold. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
At the 40-yard line.
Play action. It's Darnold. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard.
2nd and 1. at the Patriots 31-yard line.
Off of play action, Darnold. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Smith and Jigba in motion right. Darnold. They'll dump this off to Price. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On first down, here's Price to the 27-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
This is 2nd and 8. Now Darnold. And complete to Smith and Jigba. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 16. 11 yards for number 11.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there for the offense. They're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Here's Darnold. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
No receivers open, so he was forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. To throw is Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Price. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Darnold's going to stay out there. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Patriots offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The drive begins with a run by Henderson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 55 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing here is May. Gets this complete to Butte. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Up the middle, it's Henderson. Fighting his way through contact and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Now the Seahawks are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. The tight end Henry here in motion. Back to Stevenson on first down. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Touchdown, New England.
Ramondre Stevenson, 41 yards. And the Pats have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Borregales now for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Patriots 26.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
He'll find Shaheed out to the right.
Darnold's pass.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
It's a gain of 7.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Back to throw, Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 12 yards.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Darnold now to throw. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throw left side complete. That's Price. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. This deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Darnold to throw again. That'll be caught by Bobo. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 16. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's Darnold. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
A loss of a yard.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. One last throw down for Darnold. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Seattle.